Oh, I'm already live. I'm tripping. Okay, I'm sitting here dealing with stuff. So, um, I want to do something different today, on the pod, or just get my 2 cent on something that I've been watching, in the background and stuff, about the Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James situation. Now, I've always said that, um, why is media, right, sports media, always talking about LeBron? I mean, you even seen it with Skip and Shannon, even Skip when he was with Stephen A. Smith before. Um, LeBron was just the topic of everything. Fast forward 2020, about 2019, 2020. No, this year, right? LeBron James Jr. is drafted by the Lakers. And uh, with a name like LeBron, you're gonna have scrutiny. But at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, nobody else talk about the 55th pick. Who? Nobody, right? You have first round, first pick, second pick, the top 15 pick, nobody's talking about them. But it comes a time and place for everything, I feel like. And with this whole situation between LeBron approaching Stephen A. Smith, I back LeBron 110%. And I back him because, one, he's a father first. And you can see where, like, Stephen A will hound on something. Like, you talk about this boy when he's playing in the NBA, but this the same young man who is playing in the G League and averaging 25. But you don't talk about that. And I think that's what irked LeBron, right? Because if it was my kid, you're not talking about my kid, what he's doing in the G League. And what he's doing in the G League, he's handling business. I'm talking about 25. One night, what? He had 40, 35, 30. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I can understand why LeBron approached Stephen A. And there wasn't going to be no call behind the scenes. There wasn't going to be no call saying, let's meet up, let's talk about this. No. And I'm pretty sure LeBron put in Maverick ear and Rich Paul ear, hey, he called y'all, don't answer. I got this one. And he had it. He approached him during a game, in mid-game. So that goes to show you the severity of the problem that LeBron had with Stephen A. I'm pretty sure LeBron was like, hey, y'all been talking about me or saying whatever y'all said about me for 22 years, 21, 22 years. I'm good with that. But when it comes to my son, when it comes to my kid, when it comes to my seed, we're not doing that. And I'm pretty sure if anybody else was talking like Stephen A. be talking, LeBron would have poached him also. They don't want no smoke. They don't. And I've been sitting back and I've been watching. And, Stephen A. talked about, the confrontation. And because his boss, at first, Stephen A. didn't want to talk about it. If you go on Twitter and look up Stephen A. Twitter and write and read what he wrote, he did not want to talk about it at all. But His bosses made him talk about it. They like, man, this is ratings here, bro. Like, you're going to talk about this whether you want to talk about it or not. It's your job. And he had to do his job because he knew where LeBron was ultimately coming from. You got a lot of people out there that say LeBron shouldn't have approached Stephen A. or, your son's in the league and, scrutiny is going to happen. Well, guess what? It's not y'all kid at the end of the day. Cameron, Aries, Spears, everybody got something to say until it's their kid. Period. If it was my daughter, bro, I'm riding. I don't give a damn who they are. Because at the end of the day, it becomes deeper than sports, right? It's big. Stephen A made it bigger than sports. He made it bigger than basketball. And plus, he's another black father. That's what a lot of people don't understand. That's what I don't understand when these black men come out here and say, hey, LeBron shouldn't have did X, Y, and Z. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta take the sport away. Y'all gotta take the sport of basketball away of the situation and look at who this man is. He's a father first. Stephen A is another black man. Father first, right? If we're so father first, then anybody that's a father would understand where LeBron was coming from. Because it had nothing to do with basketball. It had everything with demeaning and talking bad about a kid who was the 55th pick. On top of, y'all don't talk about what he's doing in the G League and how good he's doing. Y'all only want to talk about what he's doing in the NBA with 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. Not 15, not what he's getting in the G League, not the minutes he's getting in the G League, but the minutes he's getting in the NBA. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So, I wanted to just give my 2 cents on this whole matter because as much as I'm a LeBron James fan, I love the game of basketball, and I'm not going to be biased. I'm not. If LeBron James, if that whole approach was whack, I would have said it's whack. But Stephen A, he needed this. He really did because he be out here crashing out and just talking reckless on his podcast, which I like his podcast. I do. I like Stephen A podcast. He touched all bases, But when it comes to first take, his takes be crazy. I understand he's a Michael Jordan. I understand he's a Michael Jordan fan. Everybody's a Michael Jordan fan, but then nobody want to talk about Michael's first 9 years. Nobody want to talk about Michael's first 9 years in the NBA. That's a whole nother topic. But yeah, just wanted to come to y'all today on this Saturday evening and give y'all some perspective, my perspective on the whole LeBron James, Stephen A matter. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. I want to hear people's perspective and what they think because I love the dialogue, and I think things like this should be talked about because you have two black men and one black man had a problem with how another black man was speaking on his kid. Take the sports away. Take the sport of basketball away. And be honest with yourself. That's all I ask. Peace. That's a question. Mm-hmm.